Hello lovely people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you everyone that's contributing to making my YouTube looking to be more interesting and stuff like that. Thank you to everyone that subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you guys. So if you've not subscribed, please subscribe today. Subscribe and so that you'll be seeing some lovely things that I post, so you'll be getting notifications, and also turn on the notification button or bell, sorry, so that you can get notified each time I post a new video. And trust me, I post video every week. I post at least one video every week. That is to say, there's every possibility that I post up to 2 videos every week. So but at least I post one video every week. So with no further waste of time, let's go over to the tutorial. So we're going to be making this beautiful skirt. It is so beautiful, everyone admire it, and it's so lovely and nice. So today I'm going to teach you how to make it. First of all, we are going to make the ribbing part of the skirt. So this is the waist, this is the rib part of the skirt. Actually, I'll just explain how I did this. I'm not going to do it with you to save our time because we still have a very long way to go. So I made a chain of 10 and added 11 and added one more chain, making a total of 11. So the one chain does not count as anything, it's just a turning stitch for us. So I came back, make one single crochet all the way down and chain one, turn round, and the next single crochets I was working on the back loops. So this, you repeat the second row, that is single crochet on the back row, on the back loops only. So that is the way I'm working it. For her waist size is about 35. So I actually made, this is a very long one, okay, and remember to stretch while measuring so that it will give the person the fitting that she wants. So you just make your ribbing, and I've been doing this all along in each of the tutorials, but I'm not going to be doing this the ribbing again with you. I'm so sorry about that. It's just very simple, you know, repeating one thing almost every time. So having done, when you are done with the ribbing part of your work, that's the waist part, the next thing we're going to do is to join it together. Okay, so how do we join it together? You choose the part that you want to be the front. For me, I want here to be the front, so I'll be attaching from the back. Actually, I'll be using a slip stitch to connect the two. So I'll go into this space right here. I'm not working on the loops, I'm working in the stitch. So I'll go into this space and I'll just like to pull this out, then make a chain one, then I'll be working on the second space right here. If you want, you can work on the loops, maybe on the front loop, I don't know, anyhow you feel free working. So I'm done connecting this right now. So this is actually what it looks like. So the next thing to do is I'm going to be hiding this end, so I'll just chain up one. Then you're going into all the lines, all these lines, you're going to the spaces connecting them, and then this is one. So you're going into each of them to make a single crochet. So I'll be making a single crochet in each of them, not in all the spaces that you have. You're not working in this one because look very well, it's not a line, it's just a connection. So I'll be working on this, which is this line before this. So just make single crochet, and on this make a single crochet. So do not work in all these large ones, you're not working in them, it's just a connection. You're working in this and this and this, just like that, until you come back to this place. So now I have made my single crochet all the way around. I'll finish up by making this remaining one. Then I'll go to the first single crochet that we made and make a slip stitch right there. So I will chain two. First of all, I'll just like to make one double crochet in there. It will be my turning point because this chain two does not count as a stitch, so it's just a turning point for me. So I'll make one double crochet on each of the front loops. So I'm working on the front loop, one double crochet on each of the front loops. So you can try as much as possible to make yours very tight. I'm here at the end of this round. I'll just go straight into the, not on the chain two, but on the one double crochet stitch here. I'll go into that stitch and make a slip stitch. And this is, I just finished up the first round. Right now, going over to the second, you're going to chain 1 and 2. Then we turn our work round because we want to have a straight line. We don't want to have something slide at the back of the work. So that is the reason why we are turning around. Right now, you could just go ahead and make your one double crochet in here. So from here until you have 10 double crochets, you're just okay. Just do a double crochet onto the 10th one. So right here I have 9 double crochets from this first one. I have 9 double crochets. So on the 10th stitch right here, I'm going to make an increase. So that is to say, I'm going to make two double crochets or 2 half double crochets depending on what you are working with. Okay, so that is it. Right now I will make another 9 double crochets and I will increase on the 10th. Then on the 10th you make 2 double crochets in there. That is an increase. So you go ahead with this until you are done with this particular round, and I'll actually meet you at the end of this row right here to show you what to do next. I'm here at the end of the round, so I'll just make a slip stitch here and I'll chain 2 once again. So but I'll still go into this place and make 1 double crochet. It doesn't matter because we are increasing and we don't want to have any space. But when you are decreasing, instead of making 1 double crochet, you should make a double crochet together with this stitch so that you have 1. And also this part, maybe you can just leave, but you only decrease in 1. But for now there is nothing like decrease, so we are continuing. We're going over to, we are just going on. So you make your 1 double crochet on this space. It depends on how short your work is going to be. Okay, so it depends on how short it's going to be. If it will be very small, then you should be increasing on every row. But if it will be long, in order not to make the work boring, then you increase on every second round or row, whichever one you want to call it. Like this is the first and this is the second where we decreased. So on this third, we are not going to, sorry, where we increased. On this third round, we are not going to increase. You are just going to make only 1 double crochet all the way around. It's going to help us have a nice work. It's not really going to show that you made some increases. Okay, so but that's not really the matter. What is the matter right now? What the matter is right now is to get exactly what you want. So I'll just go ahead and make 1 double crochet all the way around, and on the fourth round I will make my increase. On the 5th round I'm not going to make any increase. I'll just go ahead 1 double crochet all the way around, and this is just like that until I have my desired length. Actually, I'm looking at from 15 inches to 18 inches. So that is to say, I'm going to continue, and you don't increase until you have your desired length. You increase until you have your desired width, the width of the skirt that you were working. So for me, the person I'm working for is actually 43 inches for the weight, for the hip. I'm so sorry for the mistakes. So the person I'm working for is 43 for the hip. So I am going to keep on increasing until I have exactly 43. So if you got your 43, maybe you are in total of what you're going to do is about, maybe for example, let me keep working and keep explaining too. So maybe in total you're going to work, for example, I'm not saying is what you're going to work, maybe for example you're going to work 20 rounds all together. So if you get your desired hip length, if you get it, the width of your hip or the measurement of your hip, you get it in round 10, for example, that you are making round 20 in total. So maybe you got your hip size in round 10, so you should stop increasing. The next thing you should just do is to make one double crochet until you get to that 20th row, which is your desired length. So that is just it. Increase until you have your desired length. If the skirt is going to be very short, then you should increase on every round depending on the size. So it really depends on the size of what you're working for. So keep measuring and stuff like that. You can just stretch it a little bit, but don't stretch it like too much, just a little bit, so that it's going to give you what you want and measure. So actually, and this is how you measure only the half. This is half. So I have about 13 and a half, almost 14, let's just say 14 inches. So since I'm working for 43, I'm going all the way around. 21 is 42, so I'm going all the way to 21 and a half inches. So I have 14 inches right now. I'll keep increasing until I have 21 and a half double crochets. So that is a very long way. So guys, we are here, we are done. I've got my length, the length of my skirt. So we are now going to work on the easiest part of this skirt. So this is the easiest part. It's always good to work on the hard part first, so that you can now relax your nerves. So now we are going to be working on the loops that we left. You know, this one we worked on the front loop. Now we are going to be working on the back loop, but keeping it this way is actually the front loop. So we are going to be working on this loop right now. So we're going to work, this is the first, so I'm just going to insert my hook there and make a slip knot. So after making your slip knot, you connect it to that loop and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. If you think that the 3 chains is long too much for you, you can just remove one and leave the other one. So I'm going to just chain 2, 3. So go over into that same space, go into that same space and make one double crochet. So the 3 chain counts as a double crochet, and this a double crochet. So we have 2 double crochets. But before we continue, I have something to explain. I would like you to count your loops, like we are working on the front loops, on these loops right now that you can see. Yeah, so you count it and know how many you have. As for me, I have 110 of it. Let me just be calling it loop, so because it's a loop, is the front loop. So we have about, I have about 110. So it is a multiple of 5. So maybe your own is a multiple of 6, then fine, but mine is a multiple of 5. So I will just make this 2 double crochet and I'll chain 9. But if yours is a multiple of 6, then you make your 2 double crochet and chain 11. So for me it's 5, so I'll chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I will skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go into the 5th loop right here and make 1 double crochet and another 1 double crochet in there, making it a total of 2 double crochets. So that is it. Now I'll continue, chain 9 and skip 4 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th you make 2 double crochet, and make sure you don't stretch it too long so you don't have something that is not nice. You know, it's just a loop that we are working on. Okay, so having shown you this, you count your loops and know how many it is. Divide it by anything. 110, I divided it by 5 and it was just okay. So I'm making my multiple of 5, so I'll just continue with this until I get back to this place. And be very careful. You really need to work diligently so that you don't miss any gap. This is the difficult part of this easy. I told you that this is the easiest part of this work, but this part now is the difficult part because this is the foundation. If you make any mistake here, then your work is ruined. So carefully and diligently count so you don't miss any of them. If not, you're not going to have something nice at the end of it. So having said that, I'll just continue with mine, diligently counting. That's just one thing about mesh, you'll be counting. So we continue until you get back to this point. I'll show you how to connect and how to go over to the next and how to finish it up. So I'll continue with mine. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. I'm almost done with mine, so I'm just gonna chain up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So after this, you just skip what you have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll go right into that 3rd chain and I will make a slip stitch. Then you chain 1 and turn your work round. Then since you have 9 double crochet, 9 chains right here, so you're going to make 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's expected to be like the half part of it, and the other 4 is a half part of it. Then the remaining 1 is the place you make your double crochets. So having done this, you now chain 1, 2, and 3, which counts as a double crochet. You go into that space that's into here, but if you feel comfortable with working in the chains, then you can just work on the 5th chain. But if you're not, because it's stressful, that's actually why I work in here. So you just make 1 more double crochet in here, making it 2, because these 3 chains counts as 1 double crochet. After this, you chain up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So once you've chained 9, you go into this space, this particular space. Like you've done this, you come to the next, and in the middle you make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. So this is just it, very simple, just like I said. So just chain 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, then go into the space. Just like I told you, if you feel comfortable working in the stitches, like if you feel comfortable working in the chains, just go ahead and work in the chains. It's nothing, it's still okay. But working on this will make your work faster and easier. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So for each and every other row that you are going, what you just have to do is to keep repeating this second row of the mesh. Keep repeating it. When you get back to this place, you make a slip stitch on the third chain, chain one, turn back, make single crochet, 4 single crochets. So guys, I'm done with mine right now. So for the final analysis, and I just want to explain. So I actually made about 34 double crochets, 34 rows of the double crochets. This is for the skirt, and I'll just like to measure to show you what I have from the top. Okay, I would like to measure from the waist. I'll actually measure from the top of the waist to the down of it. So I have 18 double crochets right here, and I think I'm okay with that. But if I still have remaining yarn from the top, I might equally just add it. So I spent a total of 5 balls plus. So actually it was 5 balls. Then the remaining one from this was actually the one I used to finish it up to get. That was I just got like up to 2 rows from the remaining one. So I'll still add more, maybe make it about 36 or 38 or so or thereabout, because the person wanted long. So for the mesh part of the work, I went a total of 38 rows, 38 to 40 rows to get this. So as you all know, we started with 2 double crochet, chain 9, 2 double, skipping 4, go over to the 5, 2 double crochet. So when I get to 27th row of it, or 20, between 25 to 27 row, I started decreasing. I actually started making my chains 7 instead of 9. So I started making it 7 instead of 9 because I wanted it to be a pencil mouth stuff. So I continued with that 7 chains until I got to somewhere around 30, 32. So I started decreasing to 5. So as you can see here, is a little bit smaller, the spaces are smaller. So it is because I decreased to 5 chains, from 9 to 7, from 7 to 9. I stopped with 5 actually. So for the waist, you are going to make a chain, maybe about 250 to 300 chains, and you're actually going to put it in between this. So just put it anyhow, so the person you can use it to tie the waist. So it's just a strap for the waist. I'm gonna make about 300 chains with 5mm hook, because I want it to be very long, like you see in the picture. So in total I used 4 yarns for this, and just 10 yarns, just call it 10 yarns, 10 balls of yarn, regular, and I used double strand. So I hope you understand that, and that is the end of our tutorial. I just hope you guys love it, and I hope you learned a new thing today, and I just wish your work turns out to be more beautiful than mine. So you can ask a question. If you have any question, drop it on the comment down below. You can chat me up on Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere. I reply as long as it is you guys. So I reply, I give I direct and guide you on how to get to the size that you want. So you can chat me private if you want. Drop your comment down below, ask your question, compliment, whatever it is. So guys, this is the end of the tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be dropping the top very soon, so stay tuned. Stay glued to my channel, because I'm always bringing the best for you. See you guys next time. Bye.